I migrated my personal WordPress website to basically my own self-hosted Substack, which I'm hosting for free as well. And I'm showing you the few steps that I went through to achieve this. So just to give you a quick highlight, it's a very simple personal website, but everything revolves around typography and writing. So it's very much based on like the Medium articles, the Substack articles that you might have read in the past. I have a career page, which is a glorified resume, and a portfolio which shows some of my creative projects. It ends with a call to action, which is to book a call. And in the footer, there are links to my social pages as well. So I started out doing a Google Gemini deep research. So I asked it to work on some design principles based on platforms like Medium and Substack. And it gave me a large document that I could use as a source document to feed into development AI. So you can just share or export these documents to your local drive. And then I did some research online on some newer frameworks that are about content management or content related. And I found Astro, very cutting edge library for designed for speed and for content. So I thought, okay, let's try and use this. So I took all of this information together with a few blog posts from my older blog, and I put that into a folder on my website, and I started a new project in Google Antigravity. And Antigravity is a coding tool, but it's very easy to get going with, even if you don't know how to code, because it has an AI agent built in, and you can use different types of models inside that agent. So if you have a Google AI Pro plan, you can pick the Gemini agents, but you can also pick a Claude Sonnet or Claude Opus model for executing your plan. So this initial prompt is basically what did 80% of my website already. So just to summarize what I did, I explained the purpose of what I wanted to achieve, my call to actions, and then I referenced the deep research from Google with the design principles. So that was really the baseline of the kind of typography, the fonts to use, the sizing and the spacing. I gave it a logo I already had, a picture of myself, which I all put in the same directory. And then I gave it a reference to the blog posts, which I exported from my WordPress website. And then I gave it a rough expectations of the components to build. So an overview of my posts on the homepage, post or page detail, and then a career page with an overview of my career data, which I also exported from somewhere, with the downloadable link for my resume. And then some kind of carousel visual overview where I can put portfolio items. So this is the slider I have on my homepage. And then some social links, and then telling it to use Astro as a static website technology. And then I have some plans to potentially resell the theme that it created to anyone else wanting to have a website like this. So I used Claude Opus for this because in general, I think it's the best for planning a bigger project and having it ask you clarification questions to really come up with a good implementation plan. At the time of recording, I still think that's the best model to start out with. And then you can use like smaller models like Gemini Flash, Claude Sonnet to execute like the smaller work or fixing bugs that come out of the initial implementation. It went off, it created like 80% of what it looks like right now. So there were some bugs in the beginning with alignment of the menu, some pictures that didn't look good, but just fixing those issues step by step, it really got me to where I wanted to really quickly. I made a commit and I sent my code to GitHub. And from there on, there's something like Cloudflare Pages, which for very low traffic, like sites that don't need a lot of security or bells and whistles, you can create an application and it's free. So you can connect your GitHub repository to that application, and then you can run a free website on Cloudflare. You can attach a custom domain for free as well. So this is a way how to do a personal blog for yourself, and you manage the content all on your local hard drive, and you can just send it to GitHub for changes, and it will be picked up automatically by Cloudflare Pages. So all in all, It's really easy to do it like this. So things you need to figure out is the rough design, or having an example of something that you really like online, that you can give it as a guideline. And then you need to have a rough idea of the structure of your website, what kind of pages you want to be there. And then also, if you have an idea about the technology to use, or you know what your favorite website is based on, you can give that as information as well, because that's like kind of the main building blocks that the AI needs. Yeah, so let me know what you think, and please consider trying this yourself as well, because I'm really happy about this new personal blog.